Hey guys, this is Miss Marshall. This week we're going to talk about some function operations and composite functions. So these are the four basic types of operations that can happen with functions. Remember that f of x is the same thing as y, g of x is the same thing as y. Sometimes you'll see it written as an h of x. That also is the same thing as y. So if I give you two functions, f of x is equal to negative 4x, g of x is equal to 2x plus 4. And I want you to add these two functions. Okay, so we're going to do addition. So all we're going to do is we're going to take our function, we're going to substitute in negative 4x for f, and we're going to substitute in this whole quantity 2x plus 4 for g of x. And then we just simply combine like terms. And when you combine your like terms, you get a negative 2x plus 4. When we do the subtraction problems, again, first step what that we're going to do is we're going to substitute in. So we have a negative 4x. We have this subtraction sign here. And then we're going to subtract our g of x, which is 2x plus 4. And hopefully you remember, every time you have a negative in front of a parentheses, you have to use your distributive property. So we're going to distribute that negative sign. So I've got a negative 4x minus 2x minus 4. Combining our like terms, we get a negative 6x minus 4 for our answer for the subtraction part. For multiplication, if we do our multiplication, we're going to have our equation of negative 4x, and we're going to multiply that times our 2x plus 4, our g equation. So we're going to have to use our distributive property here and here. So that's going to give me a negative 8x squared minus 16x. There's no like terms that we can combine on this, so we're done with that one. Okay? For division, we're going to take our negative 4x. We're going to divide it by 2x plus 4. We're going to look to see if we can simplify, and technically we can. So I've got a negative 4x on top. I can take a 2 out of everything on the bottom. And then I can divide 2 into negative 4, and that'll leave me with a negative 2 there. So for my final answer here, I have a negative 2x over x plus 2. Okay? All right, when we do something that's called a composition of a function, we are basically combining some of these qualities that we did over here with our operations on our functions. Okay? Sometimes you'll see it written like this. Other times you will see it written as G with an open circle F of X. Okay, so that open circle means a composition. It's a composite. You're combining. You're plugging the innermost, just like every parentheses, you work from innermost outward. So you're plugging this F function into the G function. All right? So if you're just given something that looks like this, then that means that we're going to have to do two steps. I'm going to leave the G sitting out here. The first thing I'm going to do is everywhere in my F equation that I have an X, I'm going to substitute in the number 5. So I'm plugging 5 into this F equation. By doing that, I still have the G hanging out here. I get 15 minus 8, and that gives me G of 7. Now I'm going to go back, and everywhere in my G equation that I have an X, I'm going to put the 7. So I have 2, 7 squared. So that's going to give me 2 times 49, which gives me 98. For example 6, I'm taking a 5 and I'm plugging it in everywhere that I have an x in my G equation. So 2, 5 squared. So that's going to give me f of 2 times 25. So that ends up giving me f of 50. So now when I plug 50 into my f equation, I'm going to say 3 times 50 minus 8. So that's going to give me 150 minus 8, or 142. Okay? And the next one, I'm going to move this. I'm going to plug 5 into my f equation, and I still have this 5 hanging out over here. I still have the 5 sitting here, but I'm going to plug in to this equation everywhere that I have an x. I'm going to plug in 5. So I've got 3 times 5 minus 8. So that's going to give me 15 minus 8, or f of 7. So now I come back and I plug 7 in again to the same equation, just because I use the same one. So that gives me 3 times 7 minus 8. That's going to give me 21 minus 8, which is going to give me 13. Okay? Let's try a couple of others. This, again, could be written as f o g of x. So fog. That's an easier way for you to remember. When you see that open circle, it's not a 0, it's an open circle. So it means you're composite. So you're plugging the G into the F. So we're going to take our G equation, which is this, and everywhere that we have an X in the F equation, we're going to plug it. So if I look at f of G of X, I get 4 times 5x minus 2 to the negative 1 power. Well, hopefully we remember our properties. Whenever anything's raised to the negative 1 power, we can't have a negative exponent. We just take the reciprocal of it. So this is going to go on the bottom. And I can't simplify that anymore. So that's our answer of f of G of X. Now, if we switch it around, we have G of f of X. And that's what we have over here in example 9. So this time, what we're going to end up doing is it's asking us to take this, and everywhere that we have an x in our G equation, we're going to plug in 4 to the negative 1 power. So when I do that, that gives me 5 times 4x to the negative 1 minus 2. I'm going to multiply, that's 20x to the negative 1 minus 2. So when I do that, I end up with, remember we said we can't have a negative exponent, so whatever's raised to that negative 1 power. Remember this one had a parentheses, so this whole quantity went to the denominator. This, the only thing that has the negative exponent is the x, so the 20 is going to stay on top. The x is going to go on the bottom, and then you have a minus 2. All right, we've got 2 new equations, and when we look at these 2 equations, we're going to look at, for number 10, we're going to look at F composite G. So that means we're going to take the G equation and we're going to plug it into our F equation. So F of G means we take this and plug it in, and we happen to have 2 x's. We plug it in there twice. So we have 3x minus 1 squared plus 3 times 3x minus 1. Okay? So that's what that means. That's what that f of g of x means. And I'm going to write it so that you know f composite g of x. All right? So we're going to FOIL this. So that means 3x minus 1 written twice. 3x minus 1. And over here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my distributive property, so I already have that one worked out. So that's going to give me 9x minus 3. When I FOIL this, I get 9x squared minus 3x plus 1, and then I bring down my plus 9x minus 3. Now when I go to combine all of my like terms, I've got a few of them. So for the first one, I don't have anything I can combine with the 9x squared, so that's going to stay the same. I have negative 3x, negative 3x. That's a negative 6x. But a negative 6x plus 9 gives me a positive 3x. And then I have a 1 minus 3, and that's going to give me a negative 2. So that's going to be my answer. All right, so let's try this one. This one is G composite F. All right, so that means that I'm going to take this, and everywhere my G equation that I have in X, I'm going to plug that whole quantity. So I've got 3 times x squared plus 3x minus 1. Use my distributive property, 3x squared plus 9x minus 1. And there's nothing that I can combine to make that smaller. So that's the answer on that one. All right, let's look and see what this one is. This is F composite F of X. All right, so that means that I'm going to take this and plug it into itself everywhere that I have an X. So I'm going to take x squared plus 3x, x squared plus 3x, and I'm going to square it, plus 3 times x squared plus 3x. Okay? So again, this means I'm going to have to FOIL this. I'm going to write it twice. Now, I'm going to go ahead like I did before, and I'm going to use my distributive property on this one. That gives me 3x squared plus 9x. That I'm going to just simply bring it down to the next one. Here I'm going to FOIL. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. X times 3x is plus 3x cubed. 3x times x squared is 3x cubed. And 3x times 3x is 9x squared. Now that we have all of that written out, let's take a second and let's see if we can combine some like terms. I have 3, 9, and 3. So that's going to give me, let me check, x squared, mistake. Watch your mistake. Don't do what I did. This should be what? Yeah, that should be cubed. Sorry about that. So these two we're going to combine. These two we're going to combine. And we don't have anything that we can combine with the x to the 4th and the 9x. So I have x to the 4th, 3x cubed plus 3x cubed is 6x cubed. 9x squared plus 3x squared is 12x squared. And then bring down the plus 9x. And for number 13, what this means is we're going to do G composite G of X. So go back up here, find your equation for G. So it's 3x minus 1. So everywhere in that equation, I'm going to put 3x